Okay, we're live again. Hopefully, this time the mouse is going to work a little bit better. I probably should have restarted my computer before I went online anyway, but it seems like it's working a lot better now. So let's go ahead and play the game. Okay, I did send my miner while I was before I rebooted. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and replace him. There we go. There's a full node right there. All right. Also, I'm gonna do a mirror reverse run because I need the loot in the baddest way. I'm gonna go find that little ship, and I'm just gonna stick miners on it. Alrighty, daddy. Let's definitely not put these guys on a mining ship. That's where I did that Zindi rare that rare G6 Armada with it before we went offline. Okay, let's go ahead and use our trusty filters. And we'll put whatever miners we got left. Just mostly below decks. I think I'm gonna put some impulse speed on there too. We'll put Riker and Una on here. And that one that helps you warp. I don't know. I guess I really don't need it. Let's go ahead and put this guy there. I would put E data down there for when we're gonna do some other stuff too. But he'll give me extra storage below deck, but I just have to go with that. All right. I don't think it really matters who I put in the bottom. Okay. So let's go into. Hey, how you doing, dude? Thanks for dropping in. How's the audio sound? Does it sound okay? The previous one I noticed was a little bit. I was hearing like a popping noise, which sounded like my microphone might have been a little bit uh, too hot, even though it doesn't show it on the meter that it is. And it was weird. It was like only on the YouTube feed and not Twitch. All right, so we need to go all the way down. I need some Trillium D for Mirror. So we're going to do some Trillium D mining. We're going to try to get one of each, one of the D and one of the A. So I got a mixture of impulse to get it there faster, because it is where it needs to be to get the fastest mining is really deep into the system. I finally got this thing up, tiered up high enough where it mines a little bit faster than my 6G ships. Had I thought about it when we were doing it before, I would have sent it in one of the 6G ships and that in to see which one we could. I haven't tried it with my Grashnor ever since I've tiered it up. It's been a while since I've mined any. Because where my research is, I got all the ones maxed out except for the Omega and the premium dust. Those are the only ones I can do research with. So any of the other ones, it doesn't really help. So and you can't convert Trillium D into the premium dust. Okay, let's see. Where is it? There we go. So we're going to go here and then one more system. Right here, this is the fastest nodes in the whole Mirrorverse for to mine the Trillium D. And I'll show you where it is and on the map once we get in there and find a node. There we go, complete full one. Okay, we will be able to pull all of it before we get out of here, so we'll get to be able to do that and some. Okay, so it's at the very back. I mean, the very back of this system, right there. And the quickest way to get through it is using the premiums, going over here to Gregor, and then to D Durex, and then Ventor. Otherwise, you got to do some, you can go here, here, over. So you're saving a bunch of time by going through using the premium. And I've got so much of it. Yeah, I have it about my, I'm using Ecamm, and uh, I've got my mixer board about 75%, and I've got the little thing up here on the internal mixing board for the software down to about 75% as well. Um, I don't know if you used Ecamm. I know it's for Mac. You may not have a Mac, but I do, and it seems a lot better than OBS in some ways. OBS is the best because it's free, completely free, but you know, but some of the flexibility of this thing is pretty cool. Like, like I can drag anything I want right into the window, just like it's any other program, you know. So it's pretty cool. I'm still learning the bells and whistles on this thing, and I'm definitely going to do some stuff. And if I decide if I buy the software right now, I'm using the trial, the 14-day trial, and it has a lot of stuff that's behind the paywall right now that it does. But I will be able to really easily bring on guests and do some interviews or have some people on um, that I don't think I would have ever done with an OBS. And it also allows me to double stream without going through any other software. I can go right because right now I'm going on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Whereas on OBS you could do that, but you had to go through like a third party software to be able to do that. So now it's pretty easy. You can do up to 10 streams through this thing if you got the bandwidth. And what's cool about it is, you know, you kind of had to guess a little bit on OBS what your bandwidth was. This one does its own test and it tells you the bandwidth you're going to need for two. And I mean, I have the fastest internet that AT&T has. I've always had that because I've always done something on YouTube, whether it was this, I had a fishing YouTube channel and also had a firearms YouTube channel that I did in the past. They're no longer up because I had some kind of scammer that was stalking me online, so I had to like delete. I mean, it was my fault too because I had that many email addresses. I had about 18 email addresses, so I went in, deleted every email address that I had previously, and made four new ones. One for this stream and for my channel here. I kept that one because that was the only thing he didn't find me on because it doesn't really have my real name on it. And I've kept this one, and then I made one for my financial stuff, and then one for my general stuff that I would just, you know, when I go online and I need to put an email for something, I've got one that I can put on, and then I've got one that has all my banking and stuff. So when I see one of these false phishing emails that on one of these other email addresses, I know it's all bogus because it's not on my banking one or the ones the ones that has all my bills connected to it. So yeah, that was a total pain in the butt. And the worst thing about it is was losing both of those channels, even though I wasn't active any of those in a long while. I still had like some of luckily some of the stuff that I have I already had backed up on the hard drive. Like um, I did some videos fishing with Mark Pack. He was uh he was on the FLW tour, you know, did some of the early BASS stuff. Was a Lake Fork guide up there. He was a dear friend of mine towards the end of his life, and I knew him. I've knew him since the early 90s. I met him down at Lake Fork in the store that he had because he used to be like a partner in a tackle brand called Lake Fork Tackle. Most of the early baits were all his creations. Um, he was just an awesome guy, man. He was one of one of those dudes that you meet and you know that when he's gone, it just puts a big impact on your life on when he's gone, you know, and I luckily I've got all that footage backed up, and I can one day. I think one of these days, if I get a chance, and uh, my health stays okay. I'll probably do some more video from fishing, and I'll put it on here. I'll do like a side deal on this channel. I'm not gonna take the time to make a complete new channel again. And I still got a bunch of the firearms I had. I've been wanting to go back to the range too. But I did lose some decent footage there too with some training stuff that I did with some uh special ops guys. I used to train at a facility here in the Dallas area called ETTS, and I met pretty much if in the industry type thing, some of the guys that were ex-military that are teaching stuff now, like Don Razzo. Uh, let's see who else. Someone you might have heard of. Paul Howell. He was in Black Hawk Down. Um, Boom and Tango from Benghazi. They go out. They were doing some training for a while. I think Tano is still doing it. I'm not sure about the about Boone, but I met Chris Kyle's brother. I didn't do any training with him, but I met him at there enough to where we used to talk to each other on Facebook. Then the guy that I trained with regularly was a guy that was an airborne ranger. Um, he was. If you ever see, there's a movie. There's like a documentary movie that they made called The Hornet's Nest. They get embedded in one part of Afghanistan with his unit. He knew all the guys that died in that little sequence there. He knew all those guys. Um, and he showed me some crazy cam footage. There was this one incident where um, they're they're chasing the Taliban. They've been chasing them for weeks, and this National Guard unit got behind them, and they got pinned down by their own guys, and they're yelling at them, trying to get somebody to tell these guys that they're shooting at the wrong people, and so they're taking fire from the Taliban dudes, and they're taking fire from another direction from the National Guard guys. Luckily, none of our guys got hurt, but it was a pretty intense moment with a lot of cussing and and it's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Because they get pinned down, and the craziest thing about it is the radio guy that's trying to get the National Guard guys to back off. Uh, they had to go through like four different people before they could get to him because none of them had the same comms. And so they're saying, they're using some really choice language back and forth. Yeah, and but luckily none of our guys got hurt. I don't know if those Taliban guys got away or not because it was just maybe the most intense thing that I ever seen. These guys were pros. They got dug in and they were just taking fire from two different positions and one of them being our guys. So it was freaking crazy. And he had talked about letting me go through all of his footage, and I'm putting it back on the Galaxy. It's on Galaxy's chat again. There's some wave defense, but we could do. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's put my wave defense guys on. All right. Well, I got my Una. Okay, we're going to have to come up with another crew for this. Okay, we can use the lowers. We can't use the uppers. Let's see if we can get in. Let's go with clear reset this. We'll get Picard. We'll go Picard. Let's see, group. Let's put Mr. Data over here. We get Picard. Come on, Data. Get Mr. Picard. We'll get Janeway up there. Well, I think I got Janeway in the other one. Let's go lower deck. Yeah, we'll put Himmer. We'll get Himmer out. Come on. That way we'll at least have a little bit of impulse boost. Okay, let's find that. We'll put Quasi there. I think he works. Let's make sure that I got the right thing. Players, no, he'd have to be below deck. Dang it. Okay, who can I put in this place? We'll find somebody. Maybe we'll put Tucker. Could put Doctor. Where's Tucker at? Oh hell, we'll put the Doctor on there because it's more convenient. Okay, that works. And let's see what we got in the Enterprise. Let's go Wave 2. Oh, I had the Doctor on there. Dang it. Okay, but I can put Vial. Okay. I don't need Grush. I'd rather have Vial than Mariner down there. Hold on. I usually use littler ships than these. Okay, let's go back. We gotta change that again because we don't have nobody. He's impatient. He probably already started it. But we'll do our best. Okay, here's Tucker. Okay, let's see if he still needs another. Did he stop it? Yeah, he did. No, it looks like he's in there still. Okay, let's see. We'll go down here at the bottom. Looks like we're gonna be short some people in here. Who else we got in here? Looks like, well, hell, I'm gonna probably need to move over if he's gonna take that spot. Man. Well, he's got 3 minutes. He can start it. Here's somebody. That's gonna help some. I got the artifact on. That makes things confusing when you put that artifact on. See, do they need any help anywhere? I don't think so. You can do these pretty easily with 4. It gets kind of hairy sometimes, but he needs to move up. He doesn't need to be that close to me. 'Cause I've got these on here. Yeah, let's see. Get this one. Attack. 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 Come on, go in here, get it. Attack. So he didn't need to come in there. It kind of pisses me off when they do. It messes up my rhythm. I don't feel like just yelling at the dude, hey man, you see me got on a group, I've got it. Alright, let's see. We get these 2 out of place, then we're going to have to find another group. Alright, let's see where's somebody that's not taking care of something. Here we go. We'll go up here and get these. After that one goes, come on. Attack. Okay, he usually woke up. Okay, let's go back to our spot back here. Okay, here's a group. Let's see where the bigger group is. Here's the bigger. He's gonna get that one. Okay, we'll get these 2. And we'll do just the same as we did a while ago. What I could have done is use the artifact and hold that to get both of those, and then use this one to go up and try to find another group. Okay, here's one he's not getting all of them. Let's go ahead and get this one here. Okay, let's go with B. I'll go ahead and toggle another one's for him and another one for him. Okay, he's gonna get one of these right here. I don't have a speed crew in here. I have my speed crews in this ship right here. There should be a big group down here at the bottom. Yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and look for something else. Oh my gosh, I got a bunch up here. I think they got that. Let's look and see where else I can help. Let's go up there and get those. Oh gosh, we need to go right there and get that one. He's gonna get it. Never mind. Go. Go. Here we go. Oh boy. Oh boy, we got a good group here. Come on, come on. Attack. Go A, B, B. Use this to its advantage. And we'll get the rest of these with this one. He's a guy I couldn't say, hey dude, let me have these. So alright. Get this one going. Get this one A. That kind of works, doesn't it, guys? That's the first time I've tried it in here. I've tried unsuccessfully with using it in the solos. It kind of screws those up. But here we go. I think the big group's going to be over here. Well, he's going to take it. I'm going to go ahead and use my A ship to take both of these out. Okay, now I can get my B ship and start popping them. Oh, I put it on the wrong ship. Okay. It's not letting me use. I think it only. I guess it only lets you do it on one ship. I guess. I thought I did it on both a while ago. Okay, let's set this one back up where he belongs. We'll let them do those. So there should be a big group. It's going to pop here in the bottom. No, only 4. Let's go get on this one with this one here. Okay, let's let this one get all these. Boom. 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 Okay, now we're almost done with these, so we'll get mark some more. Mark some more. Okay, we gotta get those up here. Okay, let's. This is the first time I've ever tried this with using the artifact. It looks like it can work really good. Okay, let's get that one, that one, and go this one, this one. We'll go this one, this one, and we'll go that one, that one, that one. Is there any getting through? I don't think so. Okay. That's it. We're done. Was a clean one down. Clean run. What I like about these give you the most loot too, the 50 systems over the 40s. So that, I mean, I'm always in need of this. I'm always in need of that kind of loot because I can use it for Sloan. I can use it for a bunch of different things. He probably won't. He'll do it again. We'll just do it again. So it looks like we got the same 4 back. Maybe we can get the 5th. Okay, he did put that in there. A lot of good loot. Oh crap. He's done. I gotta pull him back before he gets killed. And before we start the next one, I'll send it back into mirror space. I don't have the time to do it now because he's gonna start the thing pretty quick. I want to go in the refinery and see if I can make a pull, but I'm not gonna take the chance of him starting it because he put in the channel he's gonna start it in a minute. Here we go. He did. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, now we can do Q, 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 and Q. Now I'm not getting that's just my regular deal right there. I think it queued one of them up. I don't know. I'm sure the one now is going to be straight down. No, another side one. Okay, let's get this one. Attack. Attack. Q. Q. Let's go that one. Q that one. Is there any of them that's not in the queue? Okay. He's got it. Let's see. Need any help? I don't think so. What's he doing? Okay, his cube's just not moving. Okay. Just two. Okay, let's find the other ones. Okay, let's go help. He's over there. Who needs help the most? I think he does. So we're gonna go over here and pop those. Okay, let's move this back here. And then we'll go back. Okay, we're getting our A ship. I'm going to do this one, and that's all the ones I want to do. I don't want to do this all night long because he will do it all night. Okay, let's go over here. Well, he's going to get that one. Let's get these. Let's get my A ship to get both of these. Then we'll go over here and help him with these. Okay, let's go up here with this one. I'm just queuing a bunch of these up. That way, if he hits one of these, then we'll just go to the next one. There you go. Okay, there's one that he let by. God dang it. One that he let by. I don't have time to get it. I was hoping one of those guys with their... Oh, they hit it with their beam. Okay. Okay, let's see my other ship somewhere else. Where else does somebody need help? I don't think anybody does. That's a problem. That's good. I guess it's a good thing to worry about. He hit it with a beam even though I had it covered. Okay, here we go. Here's a good group. We'll take this one. Okay, let's get that one. Attack. Attack. Let's go with this one. Anybody else I haven't gotten already? Okay, let's go with this one up here. Oh my gosh. Let's just go up here and pick some of these. Okay, I got them all before I could get up there. Okay, I want to use my A ship, and I'm going to take both of these with it. Okay, now we'll take the B ship, and we'll go help him. We're here. We'll just start queuing them all. And whatever he misses, it'll go after us. Okay, now we can just go over and help him now with this ship. I want to queue them all. Yeah, this works good in wave defense. I've never used it before in wave defense, but it works great. This is 8, so we're all down here. I gotta get my ship started down. Okay, this is like that's a 4-1. We'll get the B ship to get the transport. We'll get the A ship to get all 4 of these. Oh, wait a minute, we'll go with the A ship over here. That works. This is working awesome, man. Almost to the point where I want to maybe upgrade it tomorrow during the alliance tournaments. No, I got too many other better stuff to get with it. Okay, let's go ahead and do. Okay, A's on this side. We'll get B to go ahead and get this one. Let's see. Let's get A to get these last 2. Is there any others? Let's go up. Oh God, he's got it. Oh, that was 10. Well, that went by pretty quick. It's got, see, for some reason it pulled my live sound into the screen. Okay, so let's go ahead and repair both of these. Ask for help. Get some help and get it for that one for free. Okay, now let's go back into the Mirrorverse. Okay, we need to go back here. Yeah, I won't let you do that. I'm gonna put it in here. Okay. Now we're going to mine some A. Now it'll be free. Okay. Now I can just tell it to use the riff. Sometimes it won't let you do that. Sometimes it'll get all the way up there and say it can't. You got to be inside the circle before you can use the riff. I don't know why. Sometimes it lets you do that, and sometimes it doesn't. But it's cool when it does. It saves you a few seconds where you can be mining. Okay, let's go into. Let's see what. Oh, I clicked on the wrong ship. I'm gonna go into the next premium one because I think that's kind of the fastest one that you can do the Trillium A, and this thing will do Trillium A fast. So we're gonna go right into it, and we're not gonna go any further than that one. This is all for Miracara. Because the insane amount of Trillium D you need to tear her up. Okay, these modes are only 1.5 million, and what the heck? Oh, there's one of our enemies. What ship has he got in here? And he's not well, I guess he is OPC because or he just got there. What does he get? He's got he's got forbidden technology on his freaking. Let's come in and get it. I'm gonna go in here and get this dude. All right, let's go back. Mirror. This is A, right? Let's make sure. I didn't go into a D. You know, this is Trillium D. We need to go back one system. And it's a slow node too compared to the one we were at. Okay, so I was wrong on that. Let's see. Let's find a full node. See if we can find one. There's one. Close enough. Okay, let's get our other guy back. Okay, let's see where is he at. We're gonna go after him. Luckily, it doesn't take much to do these anymore. I mean, I've done them so much that uh, I haven't need to use them in a while. So I've got a bunch of riff keys and of all the different variety, all free to go. You know. He doesn't know that he's about to die. Now, there's something you can do with this. If you've been in this system before, if you're going to search for your enemies coming in here mining, what you can do is you can use an NX01 to look into the systems. And normally one that I was going to go into, I would, but I didn't do it this time. We'll go right here where that's where our ship is right now. And if not, we'll just go hunting those bonus ships if he's not in here. That'll give us instant Trillium D. Okay, we're gonna go into this system where he's at. Then we can. I'll show you how you can find those systems where you can that do have the loot ship. I don't think this is one of them. I don't think any of these mining nodes over here. Ones I don't think they have them. We can do that by doing this. And it only has one. It'll have the 70 or 60 or whatever and the number of where the... Here we go. Now we're... Okay, well, that's not where we were going. He must... No, he didn't light off. There he is right there. I don't know why it put me way over here. But he's about to die and he don't know it yet. Ooh, I got a bunch of that D from him. Okay, let's go get the loot goblins. Let's see if we can find the loot goblins. Okay. Here we go. Let's go. We'll go where we can first go. No. No. Let's see. No. Let's see in here. Let's find them. 50. Usually tell you what hostels are in. Those are all mining. Those are all... Okay, those are the transports. We think we might have to go back down into regular space. Let's go down here and see. There's none there. There we go. There's the first one. So we need to go... Okay, we need to go there to this one here. Down, let's look at these first. See if there's any of these that might have one too. Okay. I know there's one or two down here that have it. But we'll go up here into... Okay, let's go mirror, and down to Han. Then all the way up to Barclay. Okay. Let's go up. Let's see, we don't want to go there. Where's the other one? I guess we got to go all the way. Let's see if we got to go all the way back. Well, there's no... We're not looking at the... Are we looking at the wrong one? Okay, I need to go back down here and then go... Dang it. I got to go all the way back down to where my ship is here. I was looking at where I'm actually mining, not where that ship was. We got to go down. I thought they had the loot ships in uncommon space too. They were just harder to hit. So we need to go to this one. I believe so. Let's look. Yeah, that's where we need to go. Down to that one. Okay, I'm good. I got know where I'm at now. that's the wrong one. Mine. Let's go back to this one. We'll tell it to mine this right here. Okay, let's go. We need to go into, let's find it. There we go, right here. Han, here we go. Yeah, but who puts those kind of FTs in this little piece of crap ship? You know what I'm saying? The one that the Galaxy Quest ship. Who does that? No, Barclay. Then we go up to. Then once we get the loot goblin and that one, we'll search some of the other ones. What we got for the daily goals here? That's weird that it would count those in the wave defense. I think it's. I don't think there's one in here. I think there's one in the system down though. But we need to go in the 65 system. Now, if you need another good way to actually get the Trillium A is to grind this system here as well. If you're, for that little event they have on, I guess it's on Sunday, where you go into Mirrorverse. I didn't do it this week because I um, didn't want to. There it is right there. I can sit here and wait for the next one to spawn, or I can go look for ones in the lower systems. In fact, that's what we'll do while we're waiting for that one to kill it. Okay, normally when I run down, I usually go into this system and there's a 61 in here. So we're going to go right back down into Barclay. We might as well make this something, while we're doing this, because we had to go up there and. Okay, now we need to go into this one here. And when we do that, because this dude may bring that ship right back, instead of giving him a kill, we're going to move our miner. Be a little bit on the smarter side. Okay, so he's going to be coming from here. Let's go into this one. Okay, where's he at? He's mining over here. Okay, let's use this rift here, dude. Set course, use. There's one right there. We'll just use that one. Yeah, be smarter than the average bear. So, because he'll probably come right back up there and then see mine, and he will get more from me than I got from him if he does that. Okay, let's see where the other ones are. Let's see, is there one here? No. One there? No. One here? No. We know there's not one in hand because we were in it. No. Yes. Okay. So we'll go down to Babel. And, whoops, that's my, go down to Babel, and then we'll go across. Because we're kind of stuck here for 17 minutes, so might as well see if we can farm as many of these as possible. And we might get lucky and see somebody mining that we can pop. That's another good sign, a good deal with that. Okay, so I think it was this one that has it in there. Yeah. Okay, so let's go down here. And then we'll make our way back up. Yeah, the farmers made a deal that it in this they count this as token space, so we can't to be in row you can't go and hit these OPC because all of them are OPC in here because there's no that's one of the things Mr. Tiger put in. There's no protection for any of these uh, ships in here. And we can look and see if we can see any other ones. I don't know that we will. I've never been in that system here. We can maybe go over there and see what that's in there. Maybe there might be. I know there probably isn't one in there. I don't think there's one in there, which is kind of disappointing. Let's see if there's nope and nope. So I think it's another that's another mining uh, system. So this one's probably going to be another mining system as well. If you look at the chain of it, this is, so I bet there's not going to be one. So I bet our best bet is to go right back where we came and go back all the way to the 70 system and wait for the next one to spawn. So we're going to go back up to Babel, use the rift. And I think one of these had like one of those things that takes you down to the normal thing. Because I'd rather be hitting the, I need to go up into the regular system and hit my dailies. And we'll see if we can hit one more of these. That's going to give me some instant Trillium D. Not very much, but still. You don't, one of the pulls that you get is not even as much as that one I just got right there. Let's see. So the one thing I don't have that OBS has that this one might have it somewhere in the pro version of it or the paid version. I can't see whether you guys are in channel or not. Well, before I could, on the Twitch one, I could see that I had X amount of people in. Right now, if you're in channel, say hi to me and let me know that you're there. I'll look and see if there's a way that I can see if it has a thing where you can Do that. Because we had a pretty good conversation last night with the guys that were in channel. So I would kind of like to do that more often, actually. Okay, let me go back here in this 65 system. I thought this system had that thing where you could get out of here. One of them I went across getting here had it. I can't remember where it was. Man, I got the yawns. Let's see. We'll just stay in here until it's done. Let's see how much time do we got left on this bad boy. 9 minutes. And him 12. We'll wait and see if we can get one more of these with these token blue goblin things, and then we'll see if we can get out of here. But why waste a rift key? I'll just all right. Let's see. This is gonna be my cube. Okay, artifacts. I'll do those later. What's in the continuum? Okay, that works. What we might do is do a run for the. Let's go ahead and do these. There we go. Okay, 8 hours on that, so that's not going to be tonight. Need to look in here and make sure. Okay, I got an hour away. I knew that was going to be close. Let's just make the whole circuit. Because if that loot ship comes through there, it's going to be there for a minute. But the cool thing was getting that relativity last shard for it. I made the ship tonight, and what it did also, it gives you Seska pretty much. I need to go in there and finish that out. Okay, there's a prime ordnance, which just gives you extra loot. Let's see how many. I wonder if I can do it. Yeah, I can do one of these pulls. Doesn't give you that much, but every bit counts when you've got 17,000 you need. Okay, what is this? Yeah, we don't have any of these to do. I need to go back into Discord to see if anybody figured out how to kill that that nightmare ship. Okay, so I don't think we got anything in here we can pull. Even though we got a nice amount of loot now. Not crazy amount, but enough to do something with. Okay, there she is. I think which loot does she use? She uses the charged. So I may end up having to go run and hit some if I need one of these. DTI. Cool, this opened up some good stuff that I didn't have access to before. Oh, well, I can make pulls from here, which gives me a Seska. Okay, let's see what's this victory formation. This is awesome right here, but these I don't need. Gosh, I wish there was a way you could exchange those. Okay, how much loot do I have now? Is that can't be right. Let's see how much this loot I got. Yeah, it did give me some loot that I can probably use enough for me to unlock her. I don't even know what she does. I just want her unlocked. Just like I want Mirror or Hera unlocked. It just drives me crazy. I can't get enough matches so I can get my ranking high enough that I can pull her. But it is what it is, I guess. Because so we were able to unlock her. So it only leaves me with uh, two officers I don't have unlocked, I think. Or it might be just Uhura now. Let's see. Let's go all the way to the bottom. Yeah, it's just her. So I've got every other officer in the game unlocked. Let's see what her abilities are. I didn't even really look because I knew I was behind that wall until I get the ship. Shield held to your when fighting hostile. That's not bad. How about below deck? Increases critical damage 4 rounds each time when fighting hostile. She could be a decent lower deck officer. I don't know. Restores shield health on your ship every round by 12. Now, when you get her all the way to 5, she might be a decent one to put on the side if she has any synergy with any of the other ones. Gosh, I can't believe that is so lame that they didn't put Quasi or whatever this guy's name here into the store where we could buy them. And like I was showing the guys before, I know why they didn't do it, just because of these are the only two officers besides by Giorgio that has shred, you know, and they're both against players too. So if this guy would have been unlocked, I would have went nuts on him. He'd have been the one that I would have focused on, you know. And then the other one, let's see him. He's below deck. Is he from players below deck too? No, those are against hostiles. And this one's against players, so you could put both of those bad boys on the side. Oh, you got to put him in the junker. That's the reason why I didn't go hard for him was that reason right there. Because who the hell's going to go after people with the junker? I'm sure they're going to make some stupid event like the one with the whatchamacallit, Rienta, where you're going to have to do PvP with that stupid junker ship. Okay, let's see if we got the loot ship in here yet. It don't. Sometimes it takes a long time to spawn these. Yeah. Let's see how close are we are to being done with this one. We got 59 seconds, so we've got about another. Usually you get 2 or 3 during a run up here. You used to get one before they adjusted. You hit like 5 hostiles and one would pop out. You could actually was a good strategy to come up here and mine those. Um, I actually finished my mission hostiles. Um, up in here using this 70, using my cube. I finished those like at tier 62 or something, like 62 or 63. I've been finished with this mission here. Uh, that one. I've been done with that since like either Op 62 or 63, because I went up here and popped these 70s. Um, and it counted for the mission part of it. You know, you still had to kill the mission boss, but all the hostiles, I just went up here in mirror space and did it. Okay, let's go ahead and see. This is the one I can't. This one here, man. It's got the same ability as the Go Home Cannon, uh, Botany Bay survey ships, and the. It's got the not so wounded apex barrier. That's the one, and then it has. No, I guess it does. It doesn't have that blows up your warp core or whatever. So, but it's pretty stout. I haven't figured out how to kill it. I'm sure there's some crew that some. Okay, let's see. Now that one's done. Let's call it back. And let's go into the refinery, into the Mirrorverse refinery, and see if we got a pull coming through. Okay, there's one. Like you only get. Okay, let's see. This one should have it when it comes back. And there's another Trillium D claim right here in 2 minutes. And something else I probably need to do is to go in there with this ship and go and get some more of the Omega stuff. I don't think I'm out of that system yet. You should that there it is right there. I said it should be coming any time now. And how much time do I got left? A minute. So I ended up getting 2, and plus the other ones in the other systems. That's not bad. And 0 hull damage. Okay. I mean, it'll have some. It'll show me. So I got not a lot, but if you got like a loot crew in it, I think it will actually drop more. Let's see. We got 54 seconds. I'm going to get me something to drink real quick while that thing goes. I'm not really worried about anybody popping my Kretschmer. Anybody that's a lower player that's got questions to a Op 70 guide, feel free, dude. I'll answer them the best that I can. Okay, we can recall it home now. And we'll be able to make pulls here. Okay. Let's see how much I got. Okay, so we get a chance, guarantee with if I get 2 chest pulls. Problem is I don't need this. And that's a lot to do, but that my ship must have just got back. Let's see, yeah. I think I'm gonna go in there and mine again. because I need that Trillium A right now to get so I could get Charon finished. Let's go right back. The D, I think you can only make pulls every 4 days or some crazy, stupid crap. Which is totally stupid. Like I said, these cooldowns that they put in these game are is bull crap. You know. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to. I think I'm gonna try. I think these are all mining systems, right? So what I'm gonna do instead of going, I'm gonna go this four. It might take me a little bit longer, but I think I might go right here. Okay, let's see if we can do it. Let's go Cyrus. Because if that guy's like trolling, gonna come back and try to troll looking to pop my little ship, you know, so I gotta be a little bit smarter than the average bear. Okay, we'll set the rift. And instead of going through the premium door, we'll go through a couple extra systems to get to the mining one. And let's see, let's look at our path. So we want to go wolf. We want to go wolf. No. We want to go uh this whatever the name of that is, and then we're gonna go to Dulon. No, we'll do that Rana band, and then we're gonna go in that system. Okay. I've never have done this before. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Okay, we'll go here. Use the rift. And I'm also hoping that the nodes are bigger. And if they are, I won't have to move the ship because one thing is about that premium, those nodes aren't that big. This one, it mines it faster than, and if you're busy trying to do something else, um, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, we want to go here. And I think this is where they start the mining systems here are. You can see this is a mining system right here too. What do you get when you get rep on this one? Yes, you do. I went into uncommon space, but I didn't know that these common ones had and this some of the lower players I talked to that now I know where I can send them. Is over here. I've never actually ever went into this one. I found the uncommon ones, and you can take that shortcut through the Omega mirror space. So I never really come over here and use these risks before. What's going on? Why is it not? Why is it telling me I'm out of warp range? Well, I guess not, guy. Yeah, I guess we get to go another way. That's weird. Okay. Alrighty. We'll have to go a different way. We'll go over here in PJam, mirror space. See what's in here. We may have to go back in the way we came, damn it. No, there's no nodes over here. Let's go back. We'll reset it all. Well, the one thing I found out there are the miners, but there's no nodes that you can mine in there. Okay, so that's something. So let's go back. to mirror Cyrus, and we'll just go back the same path we came. We'll just go one of the side systems off of it. All right, let's go. But I did learn something. You know, some of those guys, the starting deal are too powerful for. Now they can go into this common space and don't have to deal with the strength of those hostiles. Because they're not as strong as the ones in the uncommon, I can tell you that from early experience with it. So you can go into these systems and do rep grinding too. And there we go. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go this one here, and then we're gonna go this side one. We're not gonna go on this main path where we're easily found. That's what I was looking into, not to be, because this is the main path that everybody takes up through here. So in the next space, I think I can go to. There's the one, the Mirror Haven, but I don't want to go there. Let's go over here, right off the beaten path. I'm pretty sure, and I know there's one in Kronos. Okay, these had pretty good sized nodes in here too. Yeah. And it also has an escape route right here back to. So if you were, if on your server you got chance, if everything's free game up here, this is not a bad system to do the Trillium A. It's because you got an escape route right here. If some guy comes in there and comes chasing you, you can get out of here. Maybe. All right. Now let's go back, and we need to do some just normal grinding first. Let's get that out of the way. We'll get our crew in. Go. Let's find it. Here we go. Okay, we're going to jump. I would like to know which developer who said, "Oh, let's make it even harder for them and put hazards, put all this good stuff behind the hazards." I would love to. I would love to talk to the rationale that came by that. Because for me, at least, my ships get more are not taking really much damage from the ships themselves. I'm popping in here, but it is the hazard space. So let's see. Let's see if we see. And some of these spawn these way too many of these 69s. It makes it almost impossible to. I'm gonna queue them up. There's a 71 over there. I need to go get that one. Let's go. Which one's it? Let's see which one it's getting next. I got lucky. Usually the feds are pretty stingy with the 70s and 71 ships. So I got kind of lucky here. There's another 71 down here. Is there, yeah, we got I missed a 70 right there, but the 71s are more important because they count double. Let's see if there's another 71 in here. Yeah, there's one right there. I'm going to stop it and get it. Let it get this one more down here. Then we'll reset everything. And go up here and get that one. Then we can go get this one here after that. Did it get stuck? It sure did. Damn it. This is the last place you want it to get stuck, is in here. I mean, we have to travel so much around here anyway, so it kind of blows when it gets stuck. Okay, I did that without having to use more bells. Cool deal. Yeah, see, that reputation event doesn't help me anyway because it gives the prize is Syndicate XP, and I'm done with it. So I don't ever have to worry about that event anymore. We'll come back and pop that one. Come back and pop that one. You'll probably be dead before that. So we can chance it and come right back into this one, hoping that the spawn rate will be as good as it is, or if we can go with the higher one. Usually I'll go into the next system, and if there ain't a bunch in here, I might come back. Okay, so we'll go repair real quick. Speed up. Okay, so we were in Shannon. Let's go into this 70 system. And you pretty much, because of the hazard, you have to make 2 runs. I rarely do I get enough 71s that I can finish the. Here we go. We'll do all 3 of these. 4. Then we'll come back on this one. Man, there's a. Usually the Fed system isn't so great. I just wanted to do Fed because it's the one that I don't need. I don't need the faction credits as bad. I usually do Romulan, but when there's been when times where I had to do Federation, I've had to make like 3 trips or more to get enough of the hostiles to even hit. I'm gonna finish this one pretty easily, I think. There's a 71 down there. We'll get that one. It's stuck. No, it's moving. You just had to travel. Then we'll come up and get that one. Yeah, sometimes I use the beam when I'm up here. I'm just trying to get this done as quickly as possible so I can go back with the pleasure of grinding those augments. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it, and I'll put this one in the queue next. Okay, and let's go find the other. We have to find the other ones. Okay, there's a 70. There's a 71 right there. I think it's either if I haven't done it when you're finished with it, it's either 8 or 9. I can't remember. I think I might have already that one that one that you have 5. I finished it in the. Let's see. We can look. Go to dailies. Yeah, we're done. So as soon as I'm just gonna do it until I get the last one. Let's just go ahead and use the beam too. Might as well get points. I mean, if I didn't need these crew guys, I'd just go ahead and crew my Krechna up and go into space with it and let it sit here, or fly it back. But since I don't, let's see if I can get this real quick. Okay, do we got enough? Here's a 70 down here. It's not going to give me enough to charge the beam again. There's a 71. I don't think I'll get to it before I die, but it's worth a shot. Did we get over 100? No, hell no, we didn't. Yeah, he'll probably die on him just because he's taking major radiation or whatever is in here. Ion storm. Yeah, ion storm. That's a fed. Okay, he lived. Let's see if we can get a beam in here. Yeah, he got destroyed by the hazard before I could do it. Okay, that's good. So we're done with that. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to put my little cube in and see if I got that update. I might have enough to make an upgrade on my little cube. Let's see. Let's go up out of here. Let's see how much we need. See, I haven't done a lot with this one. I did the two main ones, the armor and the shield on it. Or is that, yeah, that's the shield. And so I do need some rare ore for that gun. And I just need two more pulls. I'll be able to start. I'll be able to make an upgrade. That's what I needed to know. Okay, so we'll put our regular cube back in its place. We'll put its crew back on. See, I think that she would be better in the Interceptor, but that's one of the highest players I've ever seen. The one guy that had that, and he was using it in his cube, and that sucker was indestructible. Okay. So we got that. Let's go into, before we go back and start doing this again, let's go. We need to make a mirror, not in the mirrorverse, but freebooters run. That'll get us some more points. Right now we got more than what we need once I start redeeming pull those up. Once those get full and I have to reset the nodes, all those will score. But we're going to go here and look for, we're going to be in here to look for enemies and hard row guys. I mean, because I really don't need a Krechna to go in here. I can actually do this with a Kolinar. But I like to, there's one right there. He just walked right into it. All right, let's get him. I don't know if he had 2 ships in here or what. He's about to die. There's a couple more hard row guys. Who's this? He's not gonna be such a one-shot wonder here in a second. He's gonna light out before I get him, I think. Nope. And goodbye, Maverick. Let's see who else is in here. Who is this? I never heard it. I know this guy. He's been on here for a while, but I've never heard of his alliance. Let's see what alliance he's in. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. I'm curious. I've never heard of this. Oh, the Void. Oh, those dumbasses. Okay, never mind. They just have a they don't have their, I didn't see what I've seen their acronym, like the Void. Yeah, I mean, I could go in there and pop him. He's not really ever done anything to me, so hey, I'm not gonna leave him alone. Our admiral, there's a couple of these ones that our admiral, my friend, is the admiral of our alliance, is really wanting me to push hard on. And I've been kind of doing that when I've been on. I haven't been, because of work, I haven't been on as much as I want to be. I mean, on the days that I can be on, you see me on here. You said, dude, you were on 3 hours earlier today, but I'm talking about like Wednesday through Friday and sometimes Saturday, like this week. I'm not on very much because that job takes, being 60 years old and doing a job that you're walking like anywhere from 6 to 8 miles a shift. Pretty tough, dude. I mean, all my comments are from Twitch tonight, man. Was there anybody on YouTube watching? Let me type it in case they got the volume down. Anyone from? Okay, no, it wasn't gonna do the fist on me. Why the heck did? Okay, we're gonna. Okay, I need to bring it here. Okay. Anyone on YouTube watching? I mean, I'm really digging this new software. I think I may end up buying a license for it and using it as my main thing. Like I said, I was looking at videos to improve the quality of the broadcast um, for Mac, and this one came up, and there's more than one streamer guy said this was the best software for Mac. But it does cost. It's not a freebie like OBS is. OBS is a freebie, but it is a little bit buggy. I mean, you can complain about something like that. They're letting you use for free. It's an open source type program, which I like to support open source stuff when I can because I think those guys do a lot of good stuff for people. Um, Especially if you weigh these licenses for some of this software is how expensive it is. If you can get like like the open office um, one that's out there, that's a good thing. And but if I got so much flexibility with this software being within the made for the Mac and not just a Windows program that they made it usable in Mac, like really probably what OBS it really is, because because a lot of people are using the Microsoft because they can integrate their Xbox into the gameplay of everything. So I can understand that, but um, since I'm using a mobile based game on the PC, I don't need it to. I don't need the X. I don't have not using a console to. Now it'd be damn cool if they put it on the console and you didn't have to use the mouse, and I could sit there and uh, could sit there and move my ship around and stuff using the joystick. That would be damn cool. But definitely be more awesome in PvP. I can tell you that for a fact. Um, but they don't. We've got what we got. Okay, so we got some pulls here. This one. Early on, it was an early player. These little tribute things they were so awesome, man. You got 800 credits, especially when Federation, when faction credits were a little bit harder to come by. Buying that Prime and getting 5 million and reputation and the faction credits every day, man, that was just so dang cool. But now it's kind of drops and buckets type things. But still, I mean, if I was a lower player, if I was like on a player that hadn't extended to 42 space, that would not be a bad investment. But someone on my level, that's not doesn't really help me much more anymore. But it's free, and I don't know some of you lower players. There's some what they call quality of life stuff. Pretty much all the older uh, all the older loops have ways you can use freebooters instead of actually doing the loop. Like you got one for you can get a crap load of latinum and you don't ever have to mine anymore. You know, uh, a Stella loop. No need to ever scrap a Stella again. Just go over here and pop 7. You're gonna get what this 7 times, and you get all this loot too. Same thing with the Mantis. Botany Bay, which I never used this one or this one. Those I never use, but you see, I'm still pulling the Meridian one, so I don't have to mind that. Even though that doesn't help me anymore, that's more for my alliance than for me. Now, if I wasn't in alliance right now, if I was free playing, like I do every once in a while, because I just get tired of the alliance mechanic. I won't even pull these. I'll just store these up until I get to another alliance and I'll start pulling them again. Okay, so these are ones I like to pull every day if I got loot. And you can see I get some 6 stars. Not the greatest pull in the world, but it's something I'm already earning in the game. Why not use it? Same thing with these parts. They're all chance. There are times where the one that you need, of course, ain't going to come up, But I did get 295 of the parts that I need right here. And let's see, did we get any rare? We did, but we didn't get any 6-star rare. We only got the, okay. Let's go. This is pretty decent too. You can go in here and watch what I'm searching for in that one. I'm hoping I can get one that where I can get a, let's see, that one's done. So I need to move it. How much time do I got left in there? 4 minutes. So just move it next door. 8 minutes almost. So I'll be able to have a pretty decent haul coming from this one. Now, what I could have done, but I'd already put Lyanne in uh, you could stack those but I've already had some of them in my miners I sent out before I went this, is I could stacked uh, protection to where when it pops out, somebody's waiting for me or whatever. It doesn't help you when you're in Mirrorverse because uh, there's no protective cargo here. That's why it doesn't make any sense that they completely protected it on my server, at least. What I'm saying, because that's what I would do. I'd come in here and hunt them when I needed it. I'd bring the junker up here and fill that sucker up, or I could actually lose this little ship. I just put a PvP crew in it. So we got two minutes left on that. Okay. So now we're going to get to the nasty. We're going to go back. Seems like I've been doing this for days because I have. Going back into augment space to see if I can get this 16,000 that I need to tear this officer up. So let's go all the way down and pick my crew. I need to make a Krenim run. I might do that later tonight to take a break from the augment. Because I'm not going to get it tonight because it's too much. Because I think I'm about halfway there now. Okay, I need to put my Titan crew in here. Not swap ship. We need to assign officers. Somehow I left Miss Q in there by accident. But she didn't help at all. I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to get that crew in there quickly. Okay. Alright, let's put it back the way it belongs. And we're all set up. Alright, let's go. We have to go big. And we're way up here. Looks like somebody's doing, I don't know why they wouldn't say, hey man, can anybody help me? And we'll go up in the 61 space, or 62 space up there, but each their own. I mean, like I said, I know, you know what I said, I don't like people who have ships that don't belong there. But if they start it, if they can get their ship there and start it and ask for help, that's a smart way to play. But yeah, I've got to start work tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Not looking forward. At least this is a 3-day week and not a 4-day week. So I got that going for me. But I'm wondering if I'm going to get paid for that 30 minutes I had to stay over. I mean, I really should say something about it, but I'm too new at that plant. I don't want to make enemies. But it wasn't right that those dudes showed up like 30 minutes late after I've been there all freaking night. It sucks. God, I wish I could get that guy. I need to find my phone and read in Discord. Somebody answered my deal because I'd like to know if there is a crew that can beat that and not have to be completely tiered out on the epic to do it. Okay, we'll get all these here in a minute when these miners get done. Trying to see what else is in here. Let's see how many smart speed ups I've got. I got 1 day, 1 hour. Let's see which one's the lowest. Not that one. Yeah, that one is the lowest. Let's see what we got here, how far it takes it down. God, I don't want to know how much light this is going to cost. You may as well just go because it's 21 hours. Okay, that'll give me some points for the building one. And for that. Okay, let's go. I don't know why it's telling me the treasury. I don't have enough of these to build it yet. So I don't know why it's taking me there as the next place that I need to. So what this, they got this new feature in it where you can do this and look at it, would take a freaking billion to instantly build that. Uh-oh. My ship's there already. Need to get in there quickly. Okay, let's see where it's spawning out. There it is up there. Let's go opposite way. There's the loot ship too. We'll go for that one next. Attack. Recall. Stop. And then as soon as it stops and shuts off, we'll go right for the loot ship. And I've been having bad luck with these loot ships. I mean, I've been getting killed way more than what the RNG said it is. And there you go. It's almost not getting worth to try and get going after them. And you're supposed to have a 1 in 3 in 10 chance of dying, so a 30% chance of dying. My RNG right now is about 60. And that's not good. I'm gonna send this one home. I need to go back in there, but I need to get in mirror spurs first. I'll come back. I didn't realize I had that sitting there. I want to go get a drink. Let's see. Let's go get a drink real quick. Got a Dr. Pepper, guys. Yeah, we did. It's weird, like all the comments last night were all from YouTube pretty much. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna shake the attacker. Maybe go for that loot crew. Got if he's still there. They don't tend to stay in the system as long as the other ones do. Sometimes you get one shot at them. If you can't kill them, you can't come back. They're gone when you come back. What is weird, I got better luck in the 70s killing the loot ship than I do in the 68. I, I'm gonna jinx myself by saying this. I haven't died there yet, but like I said, my luck here, I'm below 50% for sure of surviving in here for some reason. I haven't seen it in some of the other places, but I mean, I have been killed as low as the 40 system on with it because it doesn't have there's nothing it has nothing to do with the strength of the ship. It has this ability where if it procs the deal, you instant delete. You don't get a shot off on it. It's not as bad as that bad boy, but not real easy either. Okay, so we got to that one, and the reason why I want to hit that every time is because in this system it doesn't give you a lot of uncommon. It gives you no common whatsoever, but it gives you very little uncommon. Okay, let's go ahead and shake him, recall, and stop. Okay. I'm gonna load up my artifact right here on these battleships, and then we'll go fix. We'll go do the mirrorverse real quick. Yeah, I want to kick on the TV or something in the background, but I'm not really sure if that would count against some kind of copyright strike thing. I mean, I haven't gotten. Well, I've been watching Monday Night Raw. I haven't been popped yet with that, but I will be adding music soon. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it with this new software. I mean, I could do it like I was before on OBS, but at least with OBS, I couldn't. The consistency of the levels were never the same. Even though I'm not changing anything on my end, as far as the sliders go on my mixer, it would be different every time I went on. That was one of the things that kind of led me to see, okay, how are these other people doing it? Because um, now there are some people that were in my YouTube channel just doesn't like the metal type music that I'm playing in the background, but too bad about that. They can go watch Rev or DJ. Now there's a couple of really good Twitch and YouTuber guys that I do like. I'm not saying I don't like DJs and Rev. Rev has helped me out on a few things, question wise, to asking Scopely for me. So I'm indebted to him for that. But uh, there's a guy in the UK. I think he's in. I know he's overseas. I can't remember if he's from Australia or he's from UK. Guy named Moose. I think he's a good player. Tiberius, I think, is pretty good. he tends to be a little bit more uh, free to play focused type thing, which honestly, I'll be quite. I know you might make few people mad saying this. I, I am. To me, I don't like free to play players, because to me, I think the more things are monetized in this game, that could be. To me, I would think if it was up to me designing this game, you wouldn't be able to free to play the game past Ops 18. I would give that option up to Ops 18. That way you can figure out whether you like the game or not. Then you would have to buy a license, and you'd have to renew it, and that would take some of the monetization out of the game. So I want people that are supporting the game. You don't have to. I'm not saying you have to spend uh, thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars every week. If you if you love this game, and there's like some guy that's a level 60 something, and he's completely free or mostly free to play. I think he's somebody that gave him a battle pass or something. But to me, that guy's the biggest asshole in the game because he obviously loves the game and he's doing nothing to support it. And no, playing the damn game doesn't isn't supporting it, especially if you're not putting anything into it. Like, but if all you can afford is occasional battle pass, that's cool. At least you're supporting this. I'm not saying you have to be, like you spend uh, a bunch. Now there are guys on my server that spend very little and they've gotten up to op 60. You know, they're like in the low either op 60 or low op 60s. That's fine. But if you haven't even bought like a extra dock or builder or anything like that, done nothing, you know. Number one, it's stupid. I mean, I can understand some people don't have money, but especially early on, those docks cost like $10 or something. I mean, I've got some money in this game, but not as much as some people would guess. Like a big week for me, I'll spend $400 on a weekend on the mat event. And I think the most I've ever spent in one weekend was a couple weekends ago when I wanted to get this Kretschna up to uh, the level is. I spent like, and I had some free money that I paid off my truck, and Ford Motors said I overpaid and sent me $1,200. I spent $800. You tearing this up to where it's at right now. That's literally the most I've ever spent in the game. And there are most weekends I only spend like $100 or $200, maybe buy one or two packs. So you don't have to spend six figures to be a buyable player in here like some people think. Do do I have maybe 10 grand in the game since it's the time I played it? Probably. Do I have 100 grand in the game? Hell, I'm not even close to that. But I've been playing this game for almost 6 years now, and I play it every day. I play it many hours a day. So if you looked into like if going to the movies or something like that, you'd be looking at the same amount of stuff. I mean, this has been kind of something to keep me busy since I was been sick, actually. I mean, otherwise I'd been be fishing most of the time, but my health has got to the part where, see what happened. I guess it was really not. I've been playing the game for about a year or whatever, and I got when COVID hit. I didn't get it the first time round. The first batch went around. I got it the second go round, and I didn't get really sick from COVID itself. Where I was one of those persons that had the long haul symptoms, and it also made my heart problems worse. And I don't know, for almost 2 years I battled chronic fatigue, and I did. I always heard that word fatigue. I never knew what it meant. I've been really tired and exhausted, but chronic fatigue, man. I mean, there were a part the only I had to force myself to get off the couch to use the bathroom. And there were probably days when I was when it was at its worst. I probably didn't eat because I just didn't have the energy to get out of the bed or off my couch. At the end, I was at the couch is where I was hanging out because I could prop my head up better and breathe better. Because I was also battling, just couldn't get rid of a upper respiratory infection for nothing. Yeah, I agree. It hurts you sometimes. Um, but no, I have a job. I have a job where when I work, it's pretty much work, and when I'm not, see, I work a 12-hour shift, so I work um 3 days one week, for the next. And the previous job that I worked in the lab, so I had bukus of downtime in between lab going out and getting my lab results. And I used to play. That's exactly why I started playing it, because I was bored. I started playing this game as a time waste for work, and it just came to that I liked it so much I started playing all the time. That's how I got into the game. Was I was looking for a strategy game that I could play while during my downtime at work, and but because like we did like had to go grab samples and run samples every 2 hours. And, during one set of readings, it would take me 15 minutes to run them. And I would have an hour and 45 minutes just to chill and do whatever the. Hell I wanted. And then, this job here is a little bit different. The plant's much a bigger plant, and I'm not just running labs. I have to go do plant rounds where I have to go check machinery and um, check buildings and make sure that nothing's going wrong with them. Like flooding or whatever. So it's because like my first set of rounds when I walk in at 6 o'clock, I'll first 10 minutes I have to see what happened. I'm looking to see what happened during the day while I was gone, asleep or while I was gone. Uh, with my days off. So it takes me about 15, 20 minutes to get caught up what's going on at the plant. And then from that time to 9 o'clock, I'm doing plant rounds. I'm grabbing my first set of samples, running those, and um, about 9:15, 9:30, then I'm back. I got like 45 minutes or so that I can kind of chill. Then I got to start it all over again for the second rounds because I got to do it 3 times a shift. But like I said, the plant is so big that you're constantly doing something. Then we've got like trucks coming in with deliveries. We got a bunch of other stuff. So it was a big adjustment. Like I'll give you an example. When the first day that I worked there, I walked more in one day than I did in probably 2 months at the other job. And I wore my Apple Watch last week because I couldn't find it when I just got through doing a bunch of moving stuff around and stuff because my apartment complex came in and did the flooring, redid the flooring in my apartment. And when they did, I had to pretty much move all my belongings out of the apartment and put it in storage. Well, I finally found what I did with my Apple Watch. I wore it to work with me last Friday night, and I walked over 6 miles in a 12-hour shift. And I would say that was not there. There were not days where I walked more than that. It was kind of an easy night. I didn't have to do any extra stuff. Now, when I was working for Dallas Water Utilities, their East Side plant, because what I did is I worked for one water district for 30 years. I started when I was 19 years old. And when I turned 50, I retired from there, got a job for the city, uh, Dallas Water Utilities. I started working at their biggest plant, which now can put out like 1 billion gallons a day out. Um, I worked there. I was averaging anywhere from 8 to 10 miles walking those basins, and so, but I was 10 years younger when I worked there. And I worked there for about almost 2 years. I just didn't like the way the city of Dallas treated their employees. Um, it was really, it was kind of like you had the HR nightmare, but the HR nightmare never made things better for you. you know, you had all this HR crap, and it was always, none of it when it came down to it, like none of it really helped you at all, if you understand what I'm saying. And but I worked there for almost 2 years, and then the place I just left called me out of the blue after I'd put in an application in there, like um, when I was getting ready to retire. Then I put another one in after I found out that once they hired you in at City Dallas at a certain salary, the odds of getting a promotion, of getting, like at other places, was rare. I'd literally have to get like a supervisor's position to get any kind of raise there. So I did put some more application. I put an application to the place where I'm at working right now, and I put one the place I just left. And so almost like probably 8 months after that, I get a call. I see the water district name and my caller ID. I listen to the message, and I call back, and I find out I talked to the HR lady, and he goes, yeah, we were having some problems with our HR. We got a whole new HR department. We've seen that you put in an application to work here. You're way more qualified than some of the people that we've interviewed. Are you still looking for a job? And I said, yes. And, well, I can't, I haven't spent 50 grand on the game either. I mean, I might be getting close to 10 maybe. But you're talking like 6 years, not like, but since, I mean, from the time I started playing, but, but yeah, the Dallas was not a good place to work as far as the way that they treat their employees. So I get a job at the place where I just left, and that's where I actually caught COVID at work with a fellow employee. And I get sick, and I'm having symptoms, but I'm not having the same symptoms you're seeing that I was hearing that people with COVID. So I thought I just had a bad sinus infection. And then when I go back to work, I find out that one of the guys I worked with, when I was doing some overtime, had come down with it, and got three other people sick, and it was all the same type of symptoms. And I never got officially diagnosed with COVID, but I know that's what I had after hearing it from everybody. So, uh, let's see. Okay, I got to pull these and reset these nodes. So I end up, like I said, I got real sick. About the only thing I was doing was working. I mean, that took every bit of energy that I had physically to come in there and go, I hope this thing resets. No, it reset gas. Dang it. Is there any other? Okay, here's another crystal mine. Okay. So it took, I mean, I was messed up probably for over a year. And then finally I started getting to the point where I could get up and do some exercise and got back about maybe 60%. And I was starting to get my life rolling back normal again. And last last July, I caught it again from the guy that works on my shift. I thought I'd gotten maybe at the Ranger game, but when I went back to work again, I found out that one of my coworkers had gotten it, and he was a guy that went to clubs and shit, so he got it doing that shit. And because the guy that went with me, we basically stayed right together the whole time to the Ranger game. He didn't get COVID. I did, so I didn't catch it there, I don't think. But then when I found out when I got back to work that he got it. And what happened there is the fatigue part wasn't as bad this second time around. But what I ended up getting was a upper respiratory infection that I couldn't get rid of. So I ended up, just being sick. I was sick from like July up until like mid February, and I ended up getting pneumonia twice. And so the second time that I got pneumonia, because I was still working. I was missing a day here and there when I just couldn't go. But I didn't miss any huge amount of time, maybe one, you know, and I mainly worked. But that second time I got it, they told me, man, just stay home, try to get well from this. So I took their advice. I took about 3 days off of work, and when I got back to work, I found out that they opened a new position at the work, and one that I was way more qualified than the other people that got interviews for the job. And at that point, I found out that one of the guys that I worked with at the city of Dallas had got a position at this place where I'm at. So I called him up and said, "Hey, man, I'd kind of like to come work up there, but I can't get an interview." And he said, "Okay, well, I'll make sure you're on the next opening. You get interviewed." I said, "Cool." So a week later, I get a call. "Hey, are you still interested in working for the district?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely." And so got interviewed, hired, started about a month later because they had quite a bit of a HR thing too, and left. I'd worked there for 8 years, but I was gonna get screwed over because I did something they told me to do. They were holding it against me because I was sick. Something I caught there, working on the job. So, but yeah, I'd been working nights. I've been training all the guys, like half the guys that are like in the positions right now, the better positions, they're all guys I trained while I was there for those 8 years. You know, but they thought they could screw me over. I don't be honest with you. I just wanted the interview. I wanted to see what the job entailed. I might have not even took it because if I ended up having a bunch of responsibility and I couldn't make any changes, I don't want. I've been in that position before and it sucks. You're expected to have these results, but you can't. You don't have the tools that you need, and you have to end up just rolling with it. Just do doing work that you shouldn't have to be doing at the level that you're at. So, if it was going to be one of those things where it was just a promotion on paper but not in reality, I would probably pass the job. I did want to interview, find out more about what they wanted in this position. But if it was just, I mean, it was definitely was going to be more money, but not that money isn't a factor. It certainly is, but getting $4 or $5 more an hour pay versus your well-being, it just it's not worth it. Like I said, I don't even know if I would have took the position if they offered it to me, but I wanted to find out what to do because the guy that had the position um, previously that they moved into the IT department, um, he was one of the laziest dudes in the world. He didn't really do anything, you know. And I definitely was going to be more. I would definitely been more hands on than he ever was in the position. Definitely would help my operators because he would sit on a computer screen the whole night and not hardly say anything to anybody. And he was supposed to be like our the guy right under our boss. Because it was unclear to any of us. We worked there for Some of the guys longer than me. We'd worked there for I'd worked there for 8, and there's a couple of guys have been working there for 10, and a lot of guys working for 4 or 5, whatever. And none of us really knew what he was really do, his job really was, because there was stuff that the lead operators on the shift were doing was definitely should have been his job, you know. So that was one thing I wanted to get the definition. What is the senior operator's job actually is? Because I didn't see much senior operating being done by that guy. He filled out some of the paperwork, but other than that, he was supposed to be, like I did most of the training of all the new guys that came in. I did, and that was really part of his job. He should have been helping me doing that, but he didn't. Because sometimes we'd hire people that have never been in the field, in this particular field before. And so I would have to teach them more than the job, you know what I'm saying? I'd have to teach them the science behind some of the tests and the readings that we got, why we do them, when we do them, all this kind of stuff. We did have training that we took from Texas A&M, which I do got a degree from doing, but still, every plant that is different. Like the one I worked for 30 years, totally different from the city of Dallas, totally different from my previous employer, totally different from the one that I'm at now. But the one where I'm at now is a little bit closer to the one I worked for 30 years than the other two that I worked. The treatment process is a little bit different, but the scale of the water treatment that's at the district where I'm at is not quite as high as City Dallas one, but it's more than the one I just came from, and probably 10 times as big as the one I worked for 30 years. So, and when you work for this kind of a job, it takes a certain mentality. You have to understand the magnitude of the job. It's pretty, I mean, it's a pretty decent career. I didn't plan on making it a career, to be honest with you. I wanted to be a cop. I went there to work over there summer. I was going to go work there summer, build up enough little nest egg to go do something else. I was thought about moving to California when I was in my 20s, and that just never happened. I got life happened, and I ended up, next thing I know, I was 35 years old and still working there, and not never got a chance to go try to be a cop. That's what I wanted to get out of high school. That's all I really wanted to be, was a cop. But I didn't. My family didn't have the money to help me with college or anything like that. So I actually, hell, I've worked a job since I was 13 years old. You know, and you could go back and look at my Social Security, where I put in Social Security when you do the math. Oh my gosh, he was only 13 years old and he's working a real job with Social Security and taxes and crap. Early on, I didn't make enough money to really, it mattered as far as taxes go, but by the time I was in high school, I was almost working 40 hours and going to school. especially my senior year. Man, I had to, my junior year, I had maybe the, was maybe one now, you know, my salary now, of course, is a whole lot more, but, um, I worked for Tom Thumbs as a night stalker. And at that time, not, I don't know if they still do, but at that time, Tom Thumb paid union wages. Now, I might die here. I wasn't paying attention to my whole health there. If I don't, I'm definitely flying back. Okay. Okay, let's see how many we ended up getting that time. Wow, see, like I said, it varies. I got 130 that time. And I actually took one of the loot ones out on. So let's look at that. So that's going to give me enough to do a mission, I think. This is the loot, guys. You have to sit there. Once you get the rep to superior, you go up there and the drop box. Until you get there, the most important thing is the loot that you get, and to keep all these boxes going, you can't go in one place and grind. You have to go into certain systems, like you want to go in the 40 system for this loot. You want to go in the 50 system in this loot. And probably like 66 kind of splits the loot between epic and rare, where you can get enough of each of those where you don't have to go 60 and then highest 60 that you can get to get the epic. So really, so you got three places you can do to supply the loot. Now for reputation, you have to hit as high as you can. You can see I got 20 million left. And then I think that's done. I don't think there's anything past Exile, because I don't see anything that you can get in the store. And the only thing, the lame thing about that, when you get Exile, unless some of these primes or favors or whatever in here, you have to be exiled to get the last ones or whatever. That's probably what I'm thinking is going to happen. But the only thing I see in the box is this stupid hailing frequency. So that's not really why I'm doing it for that. But so once you get to superior, it opens these boxes here, and also this one here with these two here. It opens up all these mission boxes. And so what you end up doing is you can make a pull from uh, your common loot stuff to get reputation points, and this joke home or whatever is how you say his name, affinity, because you need that both to get shards for him and to tier him up. And another way that you can do it is also do these champion missions, and that's the best way to get the loot, to get you the shards. Or what I need right now is that affinity to tier him up. And he takes 60,000 of it. And you see I'm slightly over halfway there. I'm probably going to be close. When I finish this in a few minutes, I'll be probably close to 40. So it's going to take several days of doing this grinding to um, get him to the where you can take him to tier 4. And he's a pretty decent officer. I don't think he's the greatest, but there is a rumor that they're gonna do what they did now, because they're seeing people are already like me got him up to tier 4, and we're not even out of the arc yet. That they're going to put when the new part 2 comes, they're going to put a cooldown. So I'm trying to get him tiered out before they put the cooldown on it. If that happens, if it don't, I got a tiered out officer. So I'm not gaining or losing anything if they don't. If it's just more bullshit, you know. And so that's what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm focusing on reputation, and I'm focusing on getting those drop boxes. And in those drop boxes, the higher you can hit up, the more that you're going to get in that drop box, of course. And so right now, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm not gonna pull those to right now. What am I doing? Material. I thought I just did this. Well, I'm not gonna argue with it if it's gonna give me pulls because I need the loot or the mats. Let's see if I got any of the lower ones. I shouldn't have, but I might have got some in those drops. Okay. All right. So now I got my ship repaired. We're going to go back into the faction, and so we go back into the augments. I'm going to go down to these missions, and you can see the higher the one, the warlord is the one I'm going to about to do. The higher, more of this drop box loot that you're going to need. So I got 9,000. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it, and it's going to give you this mission. It's going to start as soon as you exit. Commander, one of Khan's champion has been detected in close proximity of your station. Red alert. And you go and defeat him. And what's cool about it, you don't have to fly way back in augment space. He puts it right next to your station. So you can get done with it pretty quick. And then you donate the battle report. And then it gives you 4,000 in these insignias. And these insignias can be used for this officer, and also you can use it for some of the research in the research tree. So now I'm going to go ahead and recall. Now I'm going to go back into the faction store, and I'm going to redeem these insignias. And you can either just do that or just pull this up till you get to 4,000. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. It equals it perfectly out where you get one. So I got 8,000 of this affinity for him, and also got 800,000 in rep. And the good thing is you get these con things. You just con oh shoot, what do they call them? Skill points. I was drawing a blank on the initials. So you can use that to help your con. I don't right now. I think the ones I want to do, I don't think that's enough to do anything with, but we'll look. So you can go in the skill tree. Let's see what we can get here. Well, this is the one I want to do for. Okay. Let's see what else I can do. Is there anything else that I can? What is this? Cloaked. Oh, that's something I will do, but it's not important right now. I'm gonna save it and use it because there's about 4 of these I do want to max out. This is one of them I want to max out, and this one, 2, is a good one. But you gotta see, you gotta do all. That one has. I'm gonna have to take all 3 of these 6 before I can do another one there. And Mac was one other one that I was wanting to do. I think it was this one. But anyway, so I probably by the time I get the Jocko finished, I'll have Con finished too, or pretty close to it. So no, I don't want to spend Latinum. Okay. Ask for help. And I can wait 43 seconds without spinning the speed up. Well, I'm glad somebody from YouTube actually commented. I was wondering if there's like last night. You guys were the ones that were all commenting, and nobody hardly in Twitch. But now it's good to hear. Are you still here? Okay. Thanks for hanging on, man. Yeah, the augment grind is horrible, but the rewards are good. The acquisition of the officers is some of the best in the game, but the grind is a pain in the butt. Trying to think what else I need to do. But there's something else I said I was going to do while after I was going to grind. I was going to take a break. I was going to do something else. Let's see what else. Am I missing something in the? This is going to be the McCoy. The only thing I got left in there. Let's see. And I don't think there's anything in here. I think it's. What is this? Oh yeah, that's a PV event. They haven't put another one since the last one. Okay. And this one here I'm not doing. I mean, I've got some reward points for some of the research that I've done, but I'll tell you why. Is I got one cooking, but after that one I decided, hey, until they put some officers in there that I really need, that it's something I don't need. This is, and I'll probably for sure not, like I don't need her. I'll push start. And you only get 5,000 of the Pioneer's chest to. I see I got her tiered out. This is not worth doing. I did the other one for the Ark. I was able to finish it without having that done. So, same with Troy. I've got her tiered out as well. It doesn't help me at all to. But this one here. And also had, this is probably the biggest reason I did it was for this. So that's another factor too. But sometimes it asks you for, like in this one, let's see what, I didn't see who it asked that you need to finish this. Okay. Now, how many days is it? 6 freaking days? I could go like 2 days without these officers, but I don't want to go 6 days without them. And they haven't gave us anything that will show. They haven't gave us anything to give us any more speed ups for this. Oh, I do got some. Where did I get those, I wonder? Okay, let's. I don't think it's going to be enough for 6 days, so let's look at it again. 12. That's 24. That's 1 day. 20. So I've got basically 1 day, 2 days, and then I got 30th. So you got 2 days that you could. I could finish this one that's up here maybe if I used all my speed ups. I'm gonna wait till there's something more that I want than this. Let's see how much of the loot. That's 5,000. That's not too bad. But like I said, I don't need Strange New Worlds or Tegas. That's just more patterns. Sometimes I'll come in here and do these ones like if I got a bunch of the. Let's see who it says we should put in there. See, that's a dumb auto. Because you can use this one. Go. I'll show you. So I can put Tilly there, Giorgio. These are ones I don't use for anything. And I can go in and put Maltok right there. Start. And this one uses regular speed ups, so I use one of my 12-hour speed ups and watch. So their recommendation isn't good as the one that I just so you have to watch that out. When you look at the recommendation and then you see if you can improve your let's see who the auto assign puts up there. Okay, that one I agree with. You could do with that. Grush ain't going up there. I'd put Miles. No. I'm gonna try to see if I can find. So now I got all. So I got 54%. How many days is this one? 3. I can do without these guys for 3 days. You get 13,000 faction credits if it's critical success, and I got a good chance. I think it maxes out at 60, so I got a good chance. Did it not start it? Let's see what I got as far as. Oh hell yeah, I got enough to. Okay, now it's tripped it up. It's day. See, it didn't give me the success, the crit, but who cares? Let's see, I'm looking through here and see what else I got left. Once I make this pull for my ore, that'll clear this one out, clear that one out. I need to make a Krenim run. That was what I was thinking. I couldn't think of so let's go ahead and. No, I'm from Texas. I'm from Dallas. I've been around here all my life. All right, let's go into do the Krenim. Well, I can use my max fortify too because I need to make a pull for that so I can do some. Okay. There was a weird thing the other day that when I was doing this. The crew that I've always used ever since, and I died on these. I mean, died horribly. And I'm used to doing like the 60. I did a 70 because I said, oh, I got these ships now. I can do that. Then, um, okay. Why did I put? Okay, that was when I had my those are my other Volux. I'm gonna pull him out of there. Put him there, and probably I'm gonna take. Well, let's go back. Let's discard and do it again. I think I want to keep Troy there. Okay, let's go. Apply. These aren't supposed to be Armadas, so you can actually use these officers in here, which is kind of stupid because I think they really are Armadas, but or count as invading enemies or entities or whatever. I'm gonna look at E Troy. I'm gonna get Chapel on. Yeah, I need to keep her. You know, I'm debating whether I should keep Hugh and put Chapel there or not. Because when on my lower ships, I got more space on here. Okay, so okay, so we'll put that in the Enterprise E. We'll go with the other crew in here. But she's probably going to be in that one too. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go up here. I want to get a bunch of loot. So I'm going to go with the 70 system. So I need to, since I'm going to hit mostly the charge because that is the one that I need the most. I'm going to go charged. And then I'm going to use one of these big time Exicons that I only got 2 of them, so I'm going to use one of them here. No one's ever told me what these do. So I'm not sure what the... I wonder why it popped back like that. Okay, so I'm going to do... Where is that thing at? I thought it was further up in the... No, the other one's at the very bottom. Okay, there's that one. We're going to use that one. And we're also going to go up here and the interceptor. There's 100% damage. Where's it at? Usually it's right in here. You do for the you need the relativity for the formations. You don't need them for the solo ones. For the formations, absolutely. But I also need to max fortify. So I'm gonna have to get my. I'm gonna pull it out and make sure I got enough loot because I used it the other night and I was kind of low. I should though. I should have enough. Let's find that stupid ship. It's gonna be right in here. It's like a. Here we go. It don't matter who I put there. Okay, so let's go out. I'm gonna go ahead and fly on there. Cause I use so much with Seska or my charge. No, no, I need to. Though that's the one I'm gonna focus on. Normally I do half and half. I'll hit a charge and I'll hit a static, then I'll hit a charge and I'll hit a static. Keep it even. But I spent a bunch of that loot on Seska. Do you know what those Exicons, the Seska ones do? I never even heard anyone talk about those at all. But then all of a sudden, I had two of them. That's in there. I don't know how I got them, and I don't know what they do because it doesn't give you any explanation of what they're for. And I'll show you this in a minute when I'm talking about because I don't know what they're for. Do they help us on this? Do they help us on regular hostiles? Do they work on PvP? They would give you example of abilities before you went at. They were okay. Thank you. I never saw anybody explain anything about those. All of a sudden, I looked in the Exicon. I've got Seska. All right, so we're gonna when the deal comes in here, I'm gonna max fortify. Last time I was in here, I was able to take out three of these on the hull. Now, like, here's an injured one. That's a static one though? Let's look and see if somebody died on a charged. It'll give you some help. No, but I need the charged one more, and I do the static. We'll go in here and look at the faction, but I'm pretty sure I'm way lump sided after unlocking Seska tonight. Yeah, I got. But man, these chests that they pulled that unlocked for this uh, stuff gave me a lot of loot. A lot. Gave me enough to completely unlock her. Okay, is it there yet? Let's see. All right, it went past it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. So you see, I got quite a bit of them. I haven't been doing them. I'm hoping I got a max fortification. I forgot to look at that first. Yeah, I do. Now I'm gonna speed it up. We'll know here in a second, guys. I've been doing the 68s before I had my got these ships. And then the six not the 66 ships do not do well with these. Do not do well at all. I will tell you that. Now you can punch up to the 68 ones with those 66 ships, but uh-uh. So I have to remember which ones I put this. I put my entity crew in the Krechna because I'm actually doing a little bit better. Well, see, now I'm going to die right on that one. I don't know why that one took more damage, but it did. I got extra. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm probably not going to survive this, but what the heck. So what I'm going to do here, before I speed it up, I'm going to do the other charge on. Where's my Titan at? I want to do this one, give it an extra boost. All right. Whoops, I don't need to join there. Come on. It's not going to help it anyway. It's not going to. Why does it say it's destroyed now? There's a weird bug like this that happened the other day. Okay. Let's go ahead and speed it up. We'll see what happens here. I don't think anything good's going to happen. What? It's warping. And it kept. Okay, I don't know what happened just there. Let's wait and see if it gets up there. I still got my fortification. It's still alive. Man, that's some weird crap. There's no way my Krishna took that out by itself. We'll wait till it gets up here, and we'll hit them again. Wasn't that weird, guys? I know this. I know this Krishna didn't pull it by itself. I'm gonna hit it again. I got tons of these. You saw I've got 10 more starts after this, so I'm gonna hit it again and see what happens. If I can take advantage and get 4 of these on a hole on both of these, that'll be cool. I know this ship didn't kill it by itself. I mean, we'll see what happens when it comes back. Is it going home or is it coming back? It went home. I don't know why it went home. Okay, let's go. Start speed up. Come back. I'll let it come back and be a meat magnet. We'll go ahead and do just a regular. I think I see if I make sure that I got that. I got a minute, so it'll once it gets back, I'll be able to do another. maybe, maybe, maybe that is the case. I don't know. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It showed that it died first, and then let me repair it, and then it warps home. Then I have to repair it again. Oh, this game blows me away how buggy it can be. But hey, I got the loot. I got what I was wanting. You know what I'm saying? So I can't gripe hard because, hey, I was up here for one reason, for the loot that this gives me, and I didn't die, so I ended up getting the loot. So we'll see what happens here. I bet I die, but I am gonna give it a boost from the Titan here. I don't think my Sorrentos can get up here. Let's see. Let's switch it out. Maybe I can do the Sorrentos boost on it. And all right, let's see. I don't think it can though. Oh, where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? No, but I can't remember who asked it, but you can't you need this ship for the formations. You don't need it for the solos. And I imagine if you've got that one tiered up enough, you could use it for one of the ships, and use its ability. But mine's not tiered enough to high enough that I could use it. Okay, it will come up here. Let's give it all the help I can give it. But I also got to watch this and see how much time I got left on the boost. I got 8 minutes, so yeah, I got plenty of time. I can boost them again with the regular. I think we'll see if we got. Yeah, I can boost them. I can boost them again. So I'm gonna put a Sorrentos boost on this puppy here because it doesn't have the max fortification. I wish I could do them both. Let's see what the cooldown is. I might be able to do them both and just wait to start it. I haven't I haven't messed with that damn Sorrentos in so long. I don't remember what the cooldown is. But I got, I said I've got 3 sets of loot from 70. It's the highest you can get it. Even if it does die, I got as much as got what I wanted out of this. This is gravy right here if it lets me do it. But I can't believe the Kretschna. If what we saw on screen is right, the Kretschna took that son bitch out by itself. But double it was double boosted to do it. Let's go ahead and how much time we got left? A minute. Let's go ahead and hit it. It's not like I'm going to probably be able to do another one. Okay. We'll go ahead and send this one home. Yeah, I might have to go back in the feed and download this from YouTube and shit. Have used this footage. It's so bizarre and it showed it like it had like a little about as much damage as this Kretschn's got here. And then when I start it, it shows it's destroyed. I fix it, it warps back. Okay. Let's give it a shot. We're going to select this one. Let's see what the cooldown is. Do I have enough time before I lose everything on it? Okay, 6 minutes. Make sure. Okay, so what is the cooldown? 45 seconds. I can do both. I'll do both of them. I can actually start it and let just click down. I won't speed it up. Whoops, I put the wrong ship in there. Let's see. Pull that one out. Join. Join. And we'll pull her out. So what I'm going to do, then I'm going to wait for the cooldown to go down. I got 13 seconds, and then I'll hit this with a Sorrento's boost. Okay, now we got it. Okay, now we'll here goes nothing. Holy crap, we can do another one. I didn't think that would happen. Keep going them. Yeah, I didn't make it through that one. I didn't think I would. Okay, you saw it said defeat, but my correction is still alive. How did that happen? Okay, never mind. Let's go. Fix it. Well, I got more than I thought I was ever get through that, so me and my relatives. So you're able to do 6. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, my relativity is I just popped it out. I didn't buy it. And on the new ship that's coming out in a couple weeks, I'm not buying it either. I mean, it's gonna have to do something I'm like I mean I literally before I went on stream I unlocked it. So there's no way it can even get the warp range to get up there. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do the speed up and fix it. And we'll put the route crew back in. That was funny, man. But I got a crap load of loot. But I don't know how I got. Let's see if it. Maybe it didn't put the. Yeah, it only put my Enterprise E in there. That's why it died. Did y'all just see that? There's so much lag on it. It just said the Enterprise E. My Sorrento's was boosted by the. Oh my gosh. That was like 3 minutes ago. That was like the first boost I did. Okay, so we need, okay, so my cube goes there, my second cube goes there. Okay, I'm just trying. Okay, let's see. Let's find my. Oh, I've got it. I've got it in the other crew. There he is. Well, come on. Got 19 minutes. Or not 19 minutes, 24 seconds. Okay, let's do this one. Let's put the Aug crew back in there. All right. Let's look at the loot that we got. Go ahead and make that pull. And now let's go into the faction store. Now I'm going to go ahead and burn all my. I got. Let's see how many I got for right that. Yeah, I'm going to wait till I make the. When's the next pulls for all this stuff? Okay, I can do one tomorrow. Yeah, I need to tear that stupid ship up because I can get more stuff out of it. Okay, let's see what we got for that. So I might wait until next time I do another run up there to get that ship up higher so I can get more loot from the drop boxes. Let's go lower deck, see if there's somebody I can stick in there. Let's put him in there for the hell of it. Okay, all my miners. Okay. Guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. As far as being back on here, I can't make any promises. Most likely between the next, from Wednesday up until maybe Saturday, my work schedule is going to be so wild I won't probably be doing any uh, streaming. I might do it before I go to bed in the morning because I get off like at 6. I'm usually home slightly before 7 o'clock, so maybe like between 7 to 9 o'clock run one. I don't know. I have to see how tired I am. A lot of it has to do with that. Yeah, we didn't really do any, as far as my alliance this week, we didn't really do any PvP stuff. I was kind of disappointed. But I really wasn't on when anybody was doing defenses. Because I really wanted to try out uh, that setup you saw in the board cube. But I'll do this before we go offline. I saw a guy that had the highest board cube I've ever seen in my life. He had like one that was like in combat arenas. He had one that was 170 billion. I've seen 150s, and even one guy I know has got like a 162, but I've never seen one with 170. And this was the bridge crew he was running in that one. And this one here. Uh, he was using special accept. I don't know how tiered up it was. Um, that he had her, but even a guy that's ultra welly, they haven't gave unless he went inside and bought a whole bunch of those tokens that are in the store right now and tiered her up. Um, to me, reading her description, and what she does, you would think you would want to put her on your second interceptor because it's both of these are hull breaches. But he had her in had her he didn't have honor. Yeah, he did. He had honor guard Worf. He had honor guard Worf, Freeman, and I didn't look at his crew down here, but I was hoping I could try this crew out on somebody this weekend after all right, it's weekend for me. It's not weekend for you guys, but I was hoping I could. Yesterday, I would have got into to check that out. But I will definitely in the near future. But that kind of disappointed me. I didn't get to really try that one out, and I actually put it on my littler cube than my bigger one, and so I would know. Here's one guy I want to try it out on, especially. But anywho, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll like I said, I'll try to come back on. You If you guys are late night guys, you're gonna see me on a lot when you're on here. So until next time.